The last thing I want to set up as an option for this course is Visual Studio Code. At this point, we've already installed MinGW, so that's working really well. So all we have to do to get VS Code running is to open Google Chrome, search for VS Code, find the Visual Studio Code, and download it. Download for Windows. User installer 64-bit. It'll go ahead and download. It doesn't take very long. It's a very small, lightweight program, but it's very flexible. It has a bunch of user interaction things that'll help you set it up. At the end of this video, I'll talk a little bit about how I set mine up. So if you want to copy it, you can add some of those things in. Accept Microsoft's terms of service. Download it to Visual Studio Code. We'll call it Visual Studio Code. And we'll launch Visual Studio Code. So starting with Visual Studio Code, it's just kind of a blank IDE, and it has a bunch of little things that'll help out with all kinds of different programs. I like Visual Studio Code because I can do many different programs, and so I end up with running VS Code, and I have C and Java and Python and LaTeX and all of these other things running in one IDE. At this point, we'll just start a new file, type some basic C commands. So I'm going to include stdio.h, void main printf hello world. Don't forget your semicolons. Save this up. We'll save it in documents, code. Hello world.c, and we'll want to save it as a C file. So it took the .c off. Save it as a C file. Once you do that, you'll get this pop-up that says, hey, there's an extension you might like for this file type. So we'll go ahead and install. Get the C for Microsoft extension, which it's currently installing. And this will allow you to do a bunch of debuggers and stuff later as we get to higher capability in our program. Select the open folder. Go up on location and find the code folder. We put it in our documents. That just opens it up in the IDE in a way where we can see everything in the folder here. And the terminal is now pointing to where our file currently is. C users NFH documents code. So we can gcc hello world.c and then /a.exe and print out hello world, just like I do for my examples in class. There's also some configuration you can do to set up a JSON launcher debug, which will give you the opportunity to just like click a button here to run it. I run everything command line terminal when I use Visual Studio Code. That's just a personal preference of mine. It's just what I'm used to. Now, as promised, I mentioned a few other things that I like to install in the VS Code to make it nicer. And the first one I like is material theme. There's material icon theme, and then basic material theme. And I like ocean, material theme ocean. It's kind of a purpley blue. It's just something I like. And the material icon theme just gives us different icons. So if you look at the hello world.c over here now, we get this different looking icon. I also like rainbow, indent rainbow. bracket colorizer 2. And now this is a little bit of why Visual Studio Code is so powerful, because there's all these extensions, packages that we can use, and they're all super powerful. They're also very customizable. If you get to the point of developing that you want something very particular, you can make your own package and upload it to the store and just use it on your own. But now that we have bracket colorizer installed, I'll back this out so we can see everything we have installed. We have bracket colorizer, C++, material, indent rainbow, and then all of these material things downloaded when I clicked material, and indent rainbow. So now if we go back to our C file, now we have bracket colorizer. So as we add more brackets and parentheses, they'll be color coordinated, so it'll help you keep track of them together. It also works with parentheses, so that can be nice. And then our indent levels are also color coordinated because we used indent rainbow. And so as I go in, you get different indent colors across the indents, which can help you keep things aligned, and it works really well for restructuring and reformatting code.